y'all doing? So I missed a ton of the feeds yesterday, so that's the reason why I didn't go online. I figured I'm on here more often than I'm not. I would say that so far this Big Brother season, I have consistently been about minimum of 3 days a week, but typically more like 5 days a week with 2 days off. That's probably about my average since this season has started. But I like to go on when I have information. So I don't really have a ton of information, but I'm actually going on anyways. Uh, Based on everything that I had seen the night before. By the night before, I mean like based on everything that I had seen on Sunday, all day Sunday, and then going into Sunday evening, I was led to believe that Ashley was going to be the replacement nom. Now, did I think that Ashley was 100% going to be the replacement nom? Not necessarily, but I thought it was about 80-20. 80 Ashley, 20 Adrian. And the reason why is because it seemed like Adrian is who, I mean, not Adrian, Ashley is who Vince wanted to go up, and it seemed like Vince was mainly controlling the HOH, and then also Lauren is friends with Kelly, and we know from Showergate and on that Kelly has not had an affinity for Ashley. So I was just thinking it's a foregone conclusion that Ashley's going to go up as this replacement now. Now I've been told, I didn't see myself, I've been told that Kelly said that it was not going to be a good move. And I was also told that, I also assume, I wasn't told, I also assume that Vince thought that it wasn't going to be a good move. And I think the reason why, just if I'm guessing, as to why they would think that it's not a good move is because there's a strong side of the house. Mickey, Morgan, Ashley, if she were to come back, Rachel, who else works with them? Anyways, I guess the point kind of being that Lauren didn't want to stir the pot, and I think that she feels like she would be stirring the pot much less with an Adrian pick, because the disadvantage to somebody being kind of really easygoing, because the type of conversation you would have with an Adrian would be like, well, I wouldn't prefer to go up, but like, do what you gotta do if you have to do it, type of thing. Whereas somebody like Ashley is like, please don't put me up, please. And if you do put me up, there's gonna be some backlash to that, so that wouldn't be good for your game, and blah blah blah. I'm guessing, like I said. Hi, Ernest, Charicity, Claritha. Yeah, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that she felt much less pressured when it came to a Will selection than she felt about anything else. That's just my guess about that. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So on the block we now have Will, Kelly and Adrian. Me personally, I'm hoping that Will is the one who stays. Matter of fact, I hope that Will like shocks the world and is the one that actually wins the blockbuster competition. But in the event that it has gone how it's currently been going, I kind of, it's hard to say, but I don't like Adrian. I don't particularly like Adrian or Kelly, to tell you the truth. I don't dislike them. Oh, this comment is going. Yeah, I don't dislike either Adrian or Kelly, but in terms of who I would rather stay between the two of them, I would probably say Adrian, simply because of the fact that I just don't appreciate the amount of times that Kelly has basically stated that she's willing to go home. That's all. That's it, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of people who get on there and people are making the Tucker comparison. I feel like I can see that comparison. Kelly, like the person who's really good at comps, who's always on the block, who's always able to get herself off the block, but then is not really super invested in the game. That's the way that I see Kelly. Like, if she were to get out this week, she'd be okay with that. That's the way that I personally view Kelly. And Adrian, obviously, as we've seen, despite the fact that I think that he's boring and he hasn't really given me anything, clearly we have seen in his case that he really wants to be there. So that's that. And then when it comes to next week, I'm still pulling for like a Morgan win. Morgan almost won last week. I'm pulling for someone like Morgan. Actually, I would even like to see somebody like Ashley. I would like to see Rachel. I would like to see Rachel with a week of power and what she would do with that. Anyone but Vince, Keanu, Catherine. Those are people I just absolutely would not want to see win an HOH. I know it's early, but I wish you could have a double eviction like next week. I would love to see a good old-fashioned double eviction. Those are my favorite nights, man. Oh, just another heads up. I am likely, and when I say likely, I am going to miss Thursday's episode. But Friday, I'm going to miss Wednesday. I'm most likely going to miss Wednesday's episode. But Thursday, I'm going to be front and center for eviction night. I'm not going to be missing eviction night. And I'm okay with missing a Wednesday episode. I can catch up the next day. But I hated having to miss the majority of eviction night last week. But it was okay. It wasn't that spicy of an episode. I watched half of it at the event that I was at, and then I caught the other half the next morning. Oh, Morgan. Yeah, Morgan could be an interesting HOH as well. I think Rachel HOH would be interesting because I like to see all of them. Most of them. The only like one or two people that I think would not be fake with her is probably Riley, because he's just not there to play the game, and possibly Catherine, his boo. I mean, Catherine is probably like slightly more committed to playing the game than he is, but when I say slightly, I really mean slightly. Wednesdays are the ones to miss if you have to. You know what? I don't mind missing a Sunday or a Wednesday, to tell you the absolute truth. Sundays and Wednesdays. Once I became a feeder, the only episode that began to matter to me was Thursday. And not even because I get so much new information on Thursday, but just because it's the only one that's live, that has a live portion to it. It's not even live. It is live, but you know what I mean. There's a portion of it that is live, that we're all watching about, around the same time. But in recent years, there hasn't been too many surprises with the picks. So The Blind Side is what made Thursday so good. And now with this blockbuster stuff, we don't get that anymore. So Thursday is not even as exciting as it used to be. The feeds are the actual show. Who do I think Morgan would side with? I don't know. What do you mean? So, if you mean who do I think Morgan would put on the block, that's a great question. Because Morgan has been leaning on the side of like a Rachel, Ashley, and Mickey, but she's also been spreading herself around to other groups as well. So I don't know. That's a good question about who she would pick. I don't really know. Who does she not like? I don't know. I'd have to think about that some more. I'd have to think about it. Don't really know. Like, some of these people have just not strongly declared a side. So it makes them hard to figure out what they would do with power. What I do like, though, is a lot of them have talked about wanting to win this wall comp when it comes up. So I would love a competitive wall comp. Because if I remember correctly, I feel like last year they were throwing themselves off the wall. Purposely. Hi, Tammy. Oh, who do I think Rachel would go for? It depends on who's there. Like, let's say Rachel is HOH next week. I think that someone, I don't know. I would have said she would try to blindside Keanu, but it seems like they've been cool recently. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but it seems like they've been cool. Jimmy, it seems like she's been really cool with Jimmy. Now, she might go... She might go Vinny. I think Vinny might be one of her targets if she was picking. Vinny... I don't know, she might have Adrian up there, maybe as a pawn. I think if she was there, Will would be safe. I really do. I think she has no reason to ever put Will on the block. I think she would keep her girls safe. Mickey Morgan and Ava, and possibly Ashley. I think those four would be safe. But yeah, I could see Vince being her target. I could definitely see Vince being her target. Vince is so all over the place. Vinny. And then he'll be like, that's so weird. I don't even know why people would be targeting me. I don't do anything and I don't say anything. I'm just aligned with everybody in the house. Because I'm just that cool of a guy. I'm just such a cool dude. Nobody wants to target me. Nobody should want to target me, and if they do, they're a snake. Cause I'm Vinny. I'm Vinny the Wonderful. What's on tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday challenge premiere, y'all. So you kind of know how it goes on the challenge days. However, last year I was using was it? No, it wasn't Sling TV. Philo. Last year I was using the Philo app, which allowed me DVR, so I could DVR the challenge, and then watch Big Brother, and then watch the challenge, and then do my recaps like 10 o'clock on Wednesday. I don't know how committed I am to doing that this time around. I might choose to forego Wednesdays talking about Big Brother. We'll see. I'm undecided so far. But as far as this Wednesday is concerned, I'm not going to be covering Big Brother. Going forward, to be determined, but as always, I'll keep everyone updated on that stuff. My schedule is... I was talking to my chiropractor about this today. My schedule is such plug and play right now. I get things in where I can fit them in. Because time is not on my side. Even the fact that I have to carve out this much time for this, when I thought that I was going to have to actually quit covering Big Brother. So, to borrow something that Wes Bergman says all the time, I am irresponsibly overbooked. Except in his case, when he says he's irresponsibly overbooked. He makes such a good amount of money.
He makes such a good amount of money doing reality TV coverage that it doesn't matter. But yeah, Monday, Thursday. Man. Hey Danny, I'm good, and yourself? Winding down. Probably be on another, I don't know, 10 minutes. I can't wait till this heat wave is over. Somebody on my live yesterday was saying they would prefer like 110-degree temperatures to cold weather, and I'm like, this. I cannot co-sign that. I cannot co-sign preferring like a Texas heat to a winter. I'm not the most huge freezing cold weather person either, but at the same time, if you ask me to choose between like 30 degrees and 110 degrees, I'll choose 30. 30 degrees, I can put on more layers. 110, there's no amount of layers that I can take off that's gonna not make it 110. Where did you? Let me see here. Oh, knee surgery. I hope you get better soon. What do you think of the season so far, Danny? It's been a while. Knee surgery is no fun. I'll take Bay Area weather any day. Well, I've never been in the Bay, but I have been in California once. What month was that? I think it was September. So it was not like exceptionally hot or anything, so I was fine when it came to the heat. I think I told everybody the highest place, um, the highest temperatured places that I had ever been, aside from Africa, was when I was in Atlanta in July, August of 2010 at this point. Been maybe 2010 or I remember. There was that. And then there was Miami in May. I want to say May 2018. Orlando. But I haven't really been in places that are. Well, Atlanta was 3 digits at that time. Like Atlanta in August was definitely 3 digits. It was not Texas weather, but it was up there. It was up there. Walking anywhere, walking from my hotel to the car was just insufferable. I didn't spend any time outside. I spent as little time outside as possible when I was in Atlanta in the deepest part of the summer. Florida. I've been to. When was the when was the times that I was in Florida? I was in Florida in May. Once was September. I think I've avoided July and August in Florida. I don't to Florida in July or August. I went in April, May, and September. In April, it was beautiful. Oh, yeah, I went twice in September. I like the twist on the show. I I hate the BB lock unlocked, and then also I don't like the three selections, the three HOH noms being a selection all the way up to jury. I just and the BB blockbuster to throw that in there once in a while, mix it up or have it for a limited number of weeks at the beginning. I'm fine with that. Change is fine, but to make this some permanent thing, don't like. I was saying this yesterday to on my channel. But the twists are alright. I just wish that the twists were spread out a little bit, but they're making it like Survivor. Like, oh, these twists are valid until the merge if you follow this and this conditions. There's just a beautiful combo about the Crown Act with Mickey, Adrian, and Jimmy. Adrian and Morgan oiled Mickey's scalp. The heat is only really bad in July, August. Otherwise, it's pretty nice year round. And the heat is different. Heat in Arizona being dry, I learned that. I'll take 118 over 90 with humidity. I won't take either. I like the three because it means you don't know who's going home ahead. It's still predictable because the same people are winning the comps. Keanu and Kelly are getting off every single week. Keanu and Kelly are getting selected every week and getting off every week. So we always know, at least thus far, like the person who's going home is usually whoever is left sitting next to Will. So I understand what you're saying in theory, but it has definitely been predictable. We had a 13-0 vote last week. And my guess is, even if it's not unanimous, um, I think Will stays against. Well, Will versus Adrian is the one that I think would be more of a coin toss. I think Adrian versus Kelly. I think that Adrian stays. I think Will versus Kelly. I think Will stays. Um, Will versus Adrian. I mean, Will versus Adrian. I kind of still think Will stays, to be honest with you. I think Will still stays against either one. If not for nothing else, because they consider the other person a bigger threat. It was 100 plus here in Jacksonville. I was pissed they didn't give Amy a city vote. It was so annoying. Casey got Keanu off on week one, so I don't count that as him. I hate the voting with the house crap. It shows a lack of loyalty and integrity. Because he didn't win the veto, he got it by default. Yeah. All right, everybody, I'm jumping off, but thanks for joining me. Please make sure, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Oh, I just realized nobody on here is East Coasters. Oh, except for Tammy. And yeah, and hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content. Thank you all. Good night.